Hello, viewers. Welcome back from the previous episode. It was an introduction to citation, and in this very afternoon, still, I bring to you yet a similar video on citation. So I ask you to stay tuned, and we go through the next session on citation. So here we go. We shall have this. We can open it, and then we have that. So this afternoon, this hot afternoon, we shall look at something and learn something. We shall see how to cite sources correctly. That is the most important thing. There is knowing citation, and then there is knowing also how to cite the sources correctly. You can know the source, but how can you cite it? So in this video, let's learn and get to know it. Still in this session, we will be having introduction. We shall have types of citations, the components of citations, the methods of citing within a research paper. Then we shall have the best practices for citation, and that will be the end of our video. So to introduce, for us to correctly cite information sources, we need to include a brief reference within the citation, that is in-text citation, and it should point to the full source details listed in the bibliography or the reference list at the end of your paper. Typically including the author's name, publication year, and page number if applicable, following a specific citation style like APA or MLA depending on your field. APA and MLA, we talked about them in the first video. So as we go on, let's look at the types of citation. There is what we call in-text citation. An in-text citation is a brief reference within a text. That one you find it in the document. It's just within a text. For example, in the APA style, if we take the example of Smith, 2020, you're quoting Smith with this article that he published in 2020. So for you to quote in APA style, you will open a bracket, you write the name of the author, that is Smith, you put a comma, separate the here with the name and the year with a comma, then put a space and write 2020, then close. That means the book was published by Smith in the year 2020. That is the APA style. Then when you look at the example of the MLA style, we shall just open the bracket, type there the name of the author, that is Smith, then a space, and just write there 20. That is how the MLA format is followed. So short citations that appear in the text are supposed to be there to acknowledge sources. That is what entails in-text citation. They're just short citations that appear in the text to acknowledge sources. And usually they appear in parentheses or within a number that refers to a note. Then another type, important and interesting type of citation, is the reference list or the bibliography. That one is a detailed list of all sources used. Like you finish writing your article, there is a page that you will sacrifice or leave to put all the quotes, the citations, the names of the authors, the names of the publications, the names of the organizations, or any source of your information. You will put them all in that reference list. That is another type of citation. So for example, when we take the APA style, we can have a reference list reflecting Smith, J. J could be a name, maybe standing for John, James, any J, and then you put a full stop to show that the name is not in full. And then in comma, 2020, the importance of research. Then also you add maybe if there's another source of the same information. Like for example, in this one, we have Oxford University Press. So meaning this person got the information from Smith and then from Oxford University Press. Yeah, that is on APA style. And then when you go to an example using the ML style, we shall write the full names of the author. We shall have Smith John, the importance of research. That is the main topic. And the Oxford, just say Oxford UP, and UP will stand for University Press. That is Oxford University Press 2020. So a reference list or reference citations are complete citations that include all the information to find the source. All those information you see, they make up a reference list of all the authors from whom the information you have taken. It's really very important. And usually they appear at the end of a source, often in a separate section. That's why I say it can be in a single page. Let's look at the components of a citation. A citation should contain the author's name, that is the last name of the authors. It should contain a publication year, the year when the work was published. It should contain a title of work, the title of the source, like for example, like a book, article, or website. Then there is publication information. It should also be there. Details like the journal title, volume, issue, and the page numbers should be there. There are also some important aspects of citation that we looked in one of the videos. Consistency and accuracy. They are very important. Make sure that as you get information, you have to be consistent and accurate. Then there are methods of citing within a research paper. We have parenthetical citation. This one is placing the author's name and the publication year in a parenthesis within the text. Then there's what we call narrative, though it is not here. It is also a method of citing. Then we have the numerical citation. That is assigning a number of each to each source in a reference list and using that number within the text to reference it. There's what we call a footnote or endnote. That is a detailed citation placed at the bottom of the page or at the end of a document. Guys, I know we could have seen this in publications or in articles, and that is how it is done. There are some practices that we need to know for citation. Always use the required citation styles. We talked about them. Always keep track of sources while researching. Then always use citations like Zotera or EndNote for accuracy. We shall look at this Zotera stuff and the things like Mendeley in the coming videos. Then conclusively, make sure that you cite sources correctly, and that is to ensure that you enhance credibility and avoid plagiarism. Then always follow the correct format for your field. Because we have different fields. We talked about APA being for social sciences. We talked about MLA being for humanities, and the other one being for history. So we need to make the rightful citation for the field that you are in. So I think basically that is what I had for you in this video. I thank you so much for your audience. In case there are any questions, they are welcomed. Let's meet in the comment section. Please subscribe, comment, and like the videos. Thank you so much, and wishing you all well and all the best. I remain Dennis Ogira.